James Clear's Atomic Habits offers practical strategies and proven ideas that will help you create good habits, stop destructive behaviors, and improve your life with a simple, four-step process for making small changes that compound into large, positive results. An atomic habit is a small habit that is part of a bigger system of changing your life with self-awareness, goal setting, and action. With the right set of atomic habits, you can harness the power of small changes to create remarkable results. We will discuss the various chapters in the Atomic Habit book, which chapters are as follows. Chapter 1, The Surprising Power of Tiny Habits, Chapter 2, How Your Habits Shape Your Identity, and vice versa, Chapter 3, How to Build Better Habits in 4 Simple Steps, Chapter 4, The Man Who Didn't Look Right, Chapter 5, The Best Way to Start a New Habit, Chapter 6, Motivation is Overrated. Environment Often Matters More, Chapter 7, The Secret to Self-Control. Chapter 8, How to Make a Habit Irresistible, Chapter 9, The Role of Family and Friends in Shaping Your Habits, Chapter 10, How to Find and Fix the Cause of Your Bad Habits, Chapter 11, Walk Slowly, but Never Backward, Chapter 12, The Law of Least Effort, Chapter 13, How to Stop Procrastinating by Using the 2-Minute Rule, Chapter 14, How to Make Good Habits Inevitable and Bad Habits Impossible, Chapter 15, The Cardinal Rule of Behavior Change, Chapter 16, How to Stick with Good Habits Every Day. Chapter 17, How an Accountability Partner Changes Everything, Chapter 18, The Truth About Talent, When Genes Matter and When They Don't, Chapter 19, The Goldilocks Rule, How to Stay Motivated in Life and Work, Chapter 20, The Downside of Creating Good Habits, Chapter 1, The Surprising Power of Tiny Habits, Atomic Habits, by James Clear is a popular book that discusses the impact of small habits on personal growth. The Surprising Power of Tiny Habits likely introduces the concept of how making level of our systems. Importance of identity. Our habits are closely linked to our identity. Changing habits involves shifting how we perceive ourselves, which in turn affects our actions. Focus on process over goals. Author suggests that focusing on the process of forming habits is more effective than solely fixating on end goals. Small, consistent actions drive progress more effectively than setting vague goals. Kaizen philosophy, the concept of continuous improvement. From the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen aligns with the idea that small, incremental changes can lead to significant transformations. Behavioral change, the psychological aspects of habit formation, such as cues, cravings, responses, and rewards, which contribute to the cycle of habit formation. The power of small habits in shaping our lives and emphasize the importance of adopting a systematic approach to building positive behaviors. Chapter 2, How Your Habits Shape Your Identity, and vice versa, Identity and Behavior. Author search into the concept that your habits are closely tied to your identity. He discusses how your habits reflect who you believe you are, and your identity, in turn, influences your habits. Belief change emphasizes that in order to make lasting changes, it's important to focus on changing your beliefs about yourself. Author introduces the idea that new habits can help you develop a new identity. Fake it till you make it, how you can start incorporating the identity you want to become by adopting the behaviors and habits associated with that identity, even if it feels like you're faking it at first. Positive reinforcement, the idea that small wins and successes can reinforce your new identity and lead to the formation of positive habits. These victories create a positive feedback loop that strengthens your sense of self. Consistency. Author emphasizes the importance of consistent action to reinforce your desired identity. Habits that align with your identity become easier to maintain over time. Identity-based habits. This unit introduces the concept of identity-based habits, where your habits are tied to your self-perception. When you see yourself as someone who does a particular action, you're more likely to consistently perform that action. Crisis of identity. How changes in life circumstances can lead to shifts in recognition, and how consciously shaping your habits can help you navigate these transitions more effectively. Relationship between habits and identity. By understanding and deliberately shaping your recognition through your habits, you can create positive changes in your life. Chapter 3. How to build better habits in 4 simple steps. Cue, craving, response, reward. Clear introduces the concept of the habit loop, which consists of a cue that triggers a craving, a response or action, and a reward. Understanding and manipulating these components can help in building and changing habits. Cue. Make the cues for your desired habits obvious and visible. Craving. Associate your habits with a positive emotional state to increase motivation. Response. Keep your response or action simple and easy to perform. Reward. Make the rewards for completing your habits satisfying and enjoyable. Habit stacking. The chapter introduces the concept of habit stacking, which involves attaching a new habit to an existing one. This strategy leverages your existing routines to help establish new habits. Implementation intention. Clear discusses the importance of creating specific implementation intentions, which involve planning when and where you will perform your desired habit. This increases the likelihood of follow-through. Habit tracking. The chapter emphasizes the value of tracking your habits, as it provides accountability and helps you understand your progress and challenges. Habit gravity. Clear introduces the idea that the ease of performing a habit can influence your likelihood of sticking with it. Design your environment to make positive habits more convenient and negative habits less so. Social influence. The chapter discusses how social cues and the influence of your social circle can impact your habits. Surrounding yourself with people who support your desired habits can be beneficial. Repetition and consistency. Clear highlights the importance of repetition and consistency in habit formation. Regularly engaging in a habit reinforces its neural pathways and makes it more automatic over time. These themes collectively provide a practical framework for building better habits by understanding the mechanics of habit formation and leveraging strategies to make positive behaviors more likely to stick. Chapter 4. The Man Who Didn't Look Right. Importance of Environment. The significance of the environment in shaping our behaviors and habits. He introduces the concept that your surroundings influence your choices and actions. Visual cues. The section best part how visual cues and subtle changes in your environment can have a significant impact on your habits. Clear tells the story of a hospital's effort to reduce infections by changing the visual cues related to hand cleanness. Default choices. Author discourses the idea of making desired behaviors the default option. By designing your environment to encourage positive habits and discourage negative ones, you're more likely to make better choices automatically. Habit clusters. This section introduces the concept of habit clusters, where one positive habit can lead to a domino effect, triggering other related positive habits. Changing one habit can create a ripple effect of improvement. Invisible influences: how subtle changes in your surroundings can influence your behavior without conscious awareness. These invisible influences can either support or hinder your efforts to build better habits. Choice architecture: the idea of designing your environment intentionally to make the choices that align with your goals more prominent and accessible. 2-minute rule introduces the 2-minute rule, which suggests that you should start any new habit by making it take less than 2 minutes to do. This approach reduces the barrier to entry and makes it easier to initiate the habit. Context matters. Clear emphasizes that behaviors are context-dependent and can vary based on the situation. Understanding this context and adjusting your environment accordingly can aid in habit formation. Environment design: this section encourages readers to take an active role in shaping their environment to support their desired habits and goals. These themes collectively underscore the influence of our surroundings on our habits and behaviors, and they offer strategies for making positive changes by leveraging the power of environmental design.